Tom's day. Tom wakes up at 6:30 every morning. He opens his eyes and stretches. The sun is coming through his window. "Good morning, world," Tom says to himself. First, Tom gets out of bed. He makes his bed. He always makes his bed. It is a good habit. Then Tom goes to the bathroom. He brushes his teeth. He washes his face with cold water. The cold water wakes him up. Tom looks in the mirror. "Time to start the day," he says. Tom goes to his closet. He picks out clothes for work. Today he chooses a blue shirt and black pants. He gets dressed quickly. In the kitchen, Tom makes breakfast. He toasts 2 pieces of bread. He makes coffee in his coffee maker. He likes his coffee strong and hot. Tom sits at his small table. He eats his toast with butter and jam. He drinks his coffee. He reads the news on his phone. The weather will be sunny today, Tom reads. Perfect. At 7:30, Tom finishes breakfast. He washes his dishes. He puts them away. He keeps his kitchen clean. Tom gets his backpack. He puts his lunch inside. His lunch is a sandwich, an apple, and water. He makes his lunch every night. Tom checks his backpack. Wallet? Yes. Keys? Yes. Phone? Yes. He is ready. Tom locks his apartment door. He walks down the stairs. His apartment is on the 3rd floor. He likes to walk. It is good exercise. Outside, Tom walks to the bus stop. The bus comes at 8 o'clock. Tom is never late. He arrives at the bus stop at 7:55. The bus arrives on time. Tom gets on the bus. He says good morning to the bus driver. The bus driver smiles and says good morning back. Tom works in an office. He sits at a desk with a computer. His job is to help customers on the phone. "Good morning, Tom," says his coworker Sarah. "Good morning, Sarah," Tom replies. "How are you today?" "I'm fine, thank you." "How are you?" "I'm good." Ready for another day. Tom turns on his computer. He checks his emails. He has 5 new emails. He reads them all. At 9 o'clock, Tom starts taking phone calls. He helps customers with their questions. He is patient and friendly. "Thank you for calling. How can I help you today?" Tom says to each customer. At 12 o'clock, it is lunchtime. Tom takes his sandwich from his backpack. He goes to the break room. In the break room, Tom sits with his coworkers. They talk about their weekend plans. "What are you doing this weekend?" Tom asks Sarah. "I will visit my parents," says Tom. "What about you?" "I will go to the movies with my sister," says Sarah. Tom eats his sandwich and apple. He drinks his water. After eating, he takes a short walk outside. Fresh air is good for him. At 5 o'clock, Tom finishes work. He says goodbye to his coworkers. "See you tomorrow," says Tom. "Have a good evening," says Sarah. Tom takes the bus home. On the bus, he thinks about his day. It was a good day. He helped many customers. At home, Tom changes his clothes. He puts on comfortable pants and a t-shirt. Tom makes dinner. Tonight he cooks pasta with vegetables. He cooks simple meals. He is learning to cook better food. After dinner, Tom washes the dishes. Then he sits on his sofa. He watches the news on TV. At 8 o'clock, Tom calls his parents. "Hi, Mom. How are you?" "Hi, Tom. I'm fine. How was your day?" "My day was good. I worked hard. I will visit you this weekend." "Wonderful. We miss you." After talking to his parents, Tom reads a book. He likes mystery books. Reading helps him relax. At 10 o'clock, Tom gets ready for bed. He brushes his teeth again. He puts on his pajamas. Tom sets his alarm for 6:30. Tomorrow will be another day. Another good day. "Good night," Tom says to himself. He turns off the light and goes to sleep. Every day, Tom follows his routine. Wake up, get ready, go to work, come home, relax, and sleep. His routine makes his life organized and peaceful. Some people think routines are boring. But Tom likes his routine. It helps him stay healthy and happy. It gives structure to his life. Tomorrow, Tom will wake up at 6:30 again. And he will start another good day.
The new neighbor. My name is Anna. I'm 25 years old. I live in a small apartment in the city. Today is Saturday. It is a beautiful sunny day. I am drinking coffee by my window. I see a big truck outside. The truck is yellow and very loud. A man and a woman are taking boxes from the truck. They are my new neighbors. The woman has long black hair. She is wearing a blue dress. The man is tall and has glasses. He is wearing jeans and a white shirt. They look friendly. I want to say hello, but I am shy. Maybe later. On Sunday morning, I go to the supermarket. I need to buy milk, bread, and apples. The supermarket is not far from my apartment. I walk there every week. At the supermarket, I see the woman from yesterday. She is looking at the vegetables. She looks confused. She picks up a tomato, then puts it down. She picks up a cucumber, then puts it down too. I walk over to her. "Hello," I say. "Are you my new neighbor?" She smiles. "Yes, I am Maria. Nice to meet you." "I am Anna. Nice to meet you too. Do you need help?" I ask. "Yes, please," Maria says. "I am from Spain. I don't know all the English words for vegetables." I help Maria with her shopping. I show her different vegetables and tell her the names in English. "This is a carrot," I say. "This is broccoli. This is an onion." Maria repeats the words. Her English is good, but she wants to practice. "Thank you, Anna," she says. "You are very kind." We finish shopping together. Outside the supermarket, Maria asks, "Would you like to have coffee with me and my husband tomorrow? His name is Carlos." "Yes, I would love that," I say. I am happy to have new friends. On Monday evening, I go to Maria and Carlos's apartment. Their apartment is bigger than mine. It has 2 bedrooms and a nice kitchen. Carlos is cooking dinner. He is making paella, a Spanish dish with rice and seafood. It smells wonderful. "Hello, Anna," Carlos says. "Welcome to our home." We sit at the table and eat together. The paella is delicious. We talk about many things. Maria and Carlos tell me about Spain. I tell them about the city and the best places to visit. "We want to learn more English," Maria says. "Can you help us?" "Of course," I say. "And maybe you can teach me some Spanish." "Sí." "Yes," they both say together. We all laugh. Now, 3 months later, Maria, Carlos, and I are good friends. Every week, we have dinner together. Sometimes I cook, sometimes they cook. My Spanish is getting better. Maria and Carlos's English is much better too. Yesterday, Maria got a job at a local school. Carlos is working at a restaurant downtown. We help each other with many things. When I am sick, Maria brings me soup. When they need help with English letters or phone calls, I help them. I am not shy anymore. I learned that making new friends is easy when you are kind and helpful. Today is Saturday again. I am drinking coffee by my window. I see another moving truck outside. Maybe I will have more new neighbors soon. I will say hello this time. I am not afraid anymore. The kind baker. Maria is a baker. She has a small bakery on Main Street. Every morning, Maria wakes up early. She goes to her bakery at 5 o'clock. Maria loves to bake. She bakes bread every day. She bakes cookies too. Her cookies are very good. People love Maria's cookies. The bakery smells wonderful. It smells like fresh bread and sweet cookies. Maria is always happy when she works. Today is Monday. It is a busy day at the bakery. Many people come to buy bread and cookies. First, Mrs. Johnson comes in. She is an old woman. She lives alone. Mrs. Johnson buys 1 small loaf of bread every Monday. "Good morning, Mrs. Johnson," says Maria. "How are you today?" "I am fine, thank you," says Mrs. Johnson. "The bread smells very good." Maria smiles. She puts the bread in a paper bag. Mrs. Johnson pays and leaves. Next, a little boy comes into the bakery. His name is Tommy. Tommy is 7 years old. He looks at the cookies in the window. His eyes are big and sad. "Hello," says Maria. "What would you like?" Tommy looks down. "I want a cookie," he says quietly. "But I don't have money." Maria feels sorry for Tommy. She remembers when she was a little girl. Sometimes she wanted things but had no money too. "Wait here," Maria tells Tommy. She goes to get a big chocolate chip cookie. It is warm and soft. "This is for you," Maria says. She gives Tommy the cookie. Tommy's face lights up. "Really? For me?" "Yes," says Maria. "But you must promise me something." "What?" asks Tommy. "You must be kind to others. When you grow up, help people who need help." Tommy nods. "I promise." He takes the cookie and runs home happily. In the afternoon, it starts to rain. The rain falls hard. Soon, there is a big storm. The wind blows strongly. Maria looks out the window. She sees an old man walking in the rain. He has no umbrella. He is very wet. Maria opens the door. "Come in," she calls. "Come inside." The old man comes into the bakery. Water drips from his clothes. He is cold and tired. "Sit down," says Maria. "I will make you some hot tea." The old man sits down. "Thank you," he says. "You are very kind." Maria makes hot tea. She also gives the man some warm bread. The old man eats slowly. He feels better. "What is your name?" asks Maria. "My name is Robert," says the old man. "I am new in this town. I don't know anyone here." "Now you know me," says Maria. "Welcome to our town." Robert stays in the bakery until the rain stops. He and Maria talk for a long time. Maria learns that Robert is a retired teacher. He taught children for 40 years. When the rain stops, Robert gets ready to leave. "Thank you for your kindness," Robert says. "How much do I owe you for the tea and bread?" "Nothing," says Maria. "It was free." Robert smiles. "You have a good heart," he says. "I want to help you." The next day, Robert comes back. He brings something with him. It is a beautiful wooden sign. The sign says Maria's Bakery, the kindest place in town. "I made this for you," Robert says. "I used to make things with wood." Maria loves the sign. She hangs it outside her bakery. Many people see the sign and come to try her bread and cookies. 1 month later, Maria's bakery is very popular. Many people come every day. Maria is busy but happy. One morning, Tommy comes back. He is with his mother. Tommy is holding something in his hand. "Hello, Maria," says Tommy. "I brought you something." Tommy gives Maria a drawing. It is a picture of Maria giving him the cookie. At the bottom, Tommy wrote, "Thank you" in big letters. "I remember what you told me," says Tommy. "I helped my neighbor yesterday. I carried her groceries." Maria's eyes fill with happy tears. She hugs Tommy. Mrs. Johnson comes in too. She heard about Maria's kindness from other people. "Maria," says Mrs. Johnson, "you make the best bread in town. But more important, you have the best heart." Robert comes in as well. He brings more customers with him. Everyone is smiling. Maria looks around her bakery. It is full of friends. She thinks about how one small act of kindness led to many more. "Thank you, everyone," says Maria. "You make every day special." The bakery fills with the sound of happy voices. Outside, the wooden sign swings gently in the breeze. It reminds everyone that kindness makes the world a better place.
The digital detox. Sarah stared at her phone screen. It was 2:30 a.m. and she had been scrolling through social media for 3 hours. Her eyes were tired, but she couldn't stop looking at photos of her friends' perfect lives, reading news that made her worried, and watching videos that she would forget by morning. "I need to change this," she whispered to herself, finally putting the phone down. The next day at work, Sarah's colleague Ben noticed she looked exhausted. "Late night again?" he asked, bringing her a cup of coffee. "I can't stop using my phone," Sarah admitted. "I check it every few minutes, even when I'm trying to sleep. I think I'm addicted." Ben nodded. "I had the same problem last year. Then I tried something that completely changed my life." "What did you do?" "I went on a digital detox for 1 week. No phone, no internet, no social media, just real life." Sarah laughed. "That's impossible. What about work emails? What if someone needs to reach me?" "You can tell people you'll be unavailable for urgent matters only. Most things aren't as urgent as we think they are." That evening, Sarah thought about Ben's suggestion. She realised she hadn't read a book in months, hadn't cooked a proper meal in weeks, and hadn't had a real conversation with her family in a long time. Everything was always interrupted by notifications and the need to check her phone. On Friday night, Sarah made a decision. She would try the digital detox for the weekend first. She turned off her phone, put it in a drawer, and locked the drawer. Then she hid the key. Saturday morning felt strange. Sarah woke up naturally, without an alarm. She didn't immediately reach for her phone because she remembered it was locked away. Instead, she lay in bed and listened to the birds singing outside her window. When was the last time she had heard birds? She got up and made breakfast slowly, paying attention to the smell of fresh bread and the taste of her coffee. She found an old book on her shelf, a novel she had bought 2 years ago but never read. She sat by the window and began reading. Hours passed without Sarah noticing. She was completely absorbed in the story. At lunchtime, she cooked vegetables from her garden and ate without any distractions. The food tasted better than she remembered. In the afternoon, Sarah called her sister from the old landline phone in her kitchen. They talked for an hour about their childhood, their dreams, and their fears. Her sister was surprised. "You sound different, Sarah. More present. I feel different too. On Sunday, Sarah went for a long walk in the park. She saw couples having picnics, children playing games, and elderly people feeding ducks in the pond. She realised how much of life she had been missing while staring at her small screen. When the weekend ended, Sarah felt nervous about turning on her phone again. She had received 47 messages, 23 social media notifications, and 15 emails. But when she read them, she discovered something interesting. Only 2 messages were actually important. Sarah learned an important lesson that weekend. Technology should help make life better, not control it. She decided to make some changes. She would check her phone only 3 times a day. She would not use it during meals or before bed. And she would have 1 phone-free day every week. Months later, Sarah felt happier and more connected to the world around her. She still used technology, but now she was in control of it, not the other way around. The most important connections, she told Ben, are the ones we make when we disconnect.